Continuing my review of how to self-install the Joomla content management system after successfully downloading the version of Joomla that you want to self-install and unzipping the zip package to create a Joomla folder. Upload that folder to your server or copy it to your local server. Then browse to the location of that folder in your browser. Usually that will be your domain name, followed by the folder name, followed by the installation folder. In my case, I'm self-installing Joomla from my local server, so that address is localhost:8888. The name of my folder was Joomla_17/installation/. Entering that address into your browser and then pressing the return key will land you on this Choose Language page. Choose your language, then click on the Next button. The pre-installation check will make sure that your version of your server, including PHP version, compression support, XML support, MySQL support, and others, is okay. So all this should be green. The recommended settings, some of these may not be green. If you have a few that are red, go ahead and click on the Next button. If any of these are red, you'll need to go back and address those issues with your hosting provider. Click on the Next button. Go ahead and read through the public license if you wish, and then click on the Next button. That takes us to the database configuration page where I have to set up my connection to my database. The database type will be MySQL. Host name is almost always localhost. This is the username of the user on my database that I created earlier. That was user17. Password was 123456. The database name, if you remember, was Joomla17. Once you have entered all that information correctly, click on the Next button. Joomla will then run the script to connect this install to your database. Then you get to your FTP configuration page. This is optional. Most times you will go ahead and skip this step. You can use an external FTP client to move stuff up to your host, or just copy it over if you have a local host. Click on Next. Here you can set up your site name. Let's call this Joomla 17 test site. Actually, I can add the period back there, Joomla 1.7 test site. You can enter your email address. That's actually required. So I'll put my Hotmail address there. Admin username, I'm going to go with the default admin. Admin password, I'm going to also choose admin. This is a local installation, so I don't have to worry about security here for my admin. Now, to learn Joomla, I recommend that you install the sample data. If you don't, your Joomla install will be bare. You can still create the website that you want, but I think learning Joomla is easier with the sample data installed. So I'm going to click on the Install Sample Data button there. That will go ahead and install the sample content, sample templates, sample articles. To get started, it's a little bit easier. Joomla returns that the sample data was installed successfully. Go ahead and click on the Next button. Now you get to the Finish screen. The install program tells you that Joomla has been successfully installed, but it says please remember to completely remove the installation directory. It does this for security reasons. If you don't remove that directory, someone else can come in and install over your install, thereby getting access to your Joomla site. You will not be able to proceed beyond this point until the installation directory has been removed. Again, this is a security feature of Joomla. This button here will remove that folder for you, or you can do it by hand. I'm going to go ahead and remove it. It says that installation folder successfully removed. Now you have some instructions over here. Click the Site button to view your Joomla website, or the Admin button to take you to your administrator login. On the Joomla community site, you will find a list of links to available language packs, as well as links to language-related resources on the Joomla.org family of sites. Let's go ahead and visit the site itself. This will be the sample data. Here we are. Notice that this looks the same as the auto install that I demonstrated previously. There's the sample data. To get to the back end or administrator level of your Joomla site, type in the address to your Joomla site in your browser, followed by /administrator/ and then press the enter or return key on your browser. That'll take you to this Joomla admin login page. Add your username and password that you set up when you installed Joomla. Click on the Login button, and that takes you to this panel right here. This is, notice, exactly the same as the screen you saw in the back end when you did the auto install of Joomla. So at this point, you're ready to start learning how to use Joomla, which will be the topics of the next several movies.